Good day, good day, good day. I am Chatter, and welcome to Chattery Talk. I want to start off by just telling you a little bit about myself and the reason why I wanted to go ahead and start my YouTube channel. I actually set up my YouTube channel about 3 years ago, and I wanted to focus on relationships, marriage, just your day-to-day life as a couple, new marriages just starting out, maybe a marriages that's having some issues. I've been married almost 40 years, so I have a little bit of experience in marriage and relationships, and that's what I wanted to focus on. I never started, setting that up. But what happened is around September, I came across this story. It's the Romeca Meeks story with the baby mamas. The baby daddy was on the scene. One baby mama unalived the other baby mama right around the corner from the school. So it was very interesting. So I started following a couple of YouTube content creators, and I want to start by giving them a shout out because they've been doing a great job covering the story. One is Royal D, Cold Case, Open Book, Upper, GG, and of course Big Keys. So these are just a few of some of the content creators I've been following, and they've been doing excellent work. So I wanted to jump in. I want to, follow the trial. I know January 7th, 2026 is the next court date. So I want to just get in. I want to follow the case. I want to follow the trial. I want to hear from the witnesses. I want to hear from Carlos. Now, let me just say this. I am Team Romeca, Justice for Romeca. I try to justify, find a way to kind of see why Holly would do what she did on that September day. And there's just no way. There's no justification for it. Holly had plenty of opportunities to get away, to leave, to exit the stage, so to speak, right? And I'm just giving my opinion, I truly feel that Romeca pulled up on Carlos. Something happened. She was upset with Carlos, and Carlos know why she was so upset. Now, I've heard, and someone, I'm not sure, but I heard one of the content creators saying that the morning of the unaliving, when Romeca was dropping off little Amir, Carlos was in the school parking lot. He drove in, drove out, and some people are saying Holly was in the car with him, in the truck with him. I don't know. But if that is the case, Romeca had all reason to be upset. All right? So, I'm not sure what happened, but when she dropped off the lunch, she did that U-turn, and she saw Carlos, her baby daddy, and she had some words for her baby daddy. Right? So how Holly got in the situation, inserted herself in the situation. At this point, only Carlos could tell us what's going on. So I have a couple of questions for Carlos. Carlos, since you're the only one that's walking the streets, you're free, you're going on these different YouTube channels. We just want to know what really happened that day. Right? Now, the first thing I want to know is, I thought David brother was your best friend, not David. So how did it turn from your best friend that you were staying with after this happened was David's brother's house, but the only person we keep seeing and the face of the story is David? Why is David all up in your situation? Secondly, was Holly in the car with you when you drove in the parking lot of Amir's school that morning? That's something that we also want to know. Also, at what point were you going to tell the police the shooter is standing right there in front of them? Okay, so these are some of the things we want to know. Also, Carlos, did you know Holly made that video, I Would Never video? When you first learned about that video, first saw that video posted, did you ever try telling her to delete the video? That's just some of the things we want to know. Carlos, I listened to you speak on what happened that morning. I've heard Quadre's rendition of what happened that morning. I even heard David speak on what happened that morning. I'm not sure how everybody knows what happened. They weren't there. But just listening to you, everything was Romeca's fault that morning. You did nothing wrong. There's nothing you would change. Holly did nothing wrong. Nothing she would change. She was perfect. It was all Romeca's fault. Romeca was the bad person. Romeca did everything wrong. You was perfect. Holly was perfect. You would change nothing. It all falls on Romeca. Why is that? Is it because Romeca is not here to defend herself? She can't tell us what really happened. She can't tell her side of the story. So now you're going to put the blame solely on Romeca? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for 1 minute, Carlos. Now, I know you said that we haven't heard the real story. What is the real story? Because if I'm not mistaken, you went in not one time, but 2 times to give your statement to the police. What did you tell them, Carlos? Why, after you gave your statement, the witnesses gave their statements, they went ahead and indicted Holly? So if we haven't heard the real story yet, what is the real story? And what did you tell them? Because it sounds like you didn't give them the real story. What really happened? Let's talk about it. So I'm going to follow this story to the end. Keep in mind, guys, I am new to these YouTube streets. So yeah, come in, welcome. Subscribe, like my channel, and you will be hearing more from Chattery Talk. I am your girl, Chatter. Goodbye.